All right, one last time. Hi, my name is Valerie. I burnt a lot of calories. I ran up to New York and then I tripled up my salary. It's me, Valley with a V. Gonna do this thing all me as Passenger Parlay, and I'm messing it up. I don't know why I'm gonna do this again, child. Okay, I am done rapping this season of Passenger Seat Parlay. I'm gonna rap again, but this time I'm actually gonna sit down, write down my bars to a beat, get in the studio, and record it. I just put a big ass, we're going to do it. If season 2 ain't got me actually rapping, y'all, just stop listening. Don't even watch. Don't even support, because I wasn't a woman of my word. And that is one of the new expectations that I have in life for myself, is becoming a woman and staying a woman of my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do that shit, okay? I'm not going to let life do its thing and steer me off track. And y'all, I got ADHD, so I steer myself off track. Like Pisces moon, I'm very dreamy. Look, I just broke it down in 3 different ways so that everybody can understand. Either way, it's like we can't allow life and its obstacles and its ups and downs take us off the trajectory. So this is the trajectory of life and what God has for you. And this episode is going to be an episode where I discuss my last little tidbit of the season. And we're talking about playground politics. Yes, ma'am. So just, we're not going to get into my childhood trauma too deep. I feel like I have literally used season 1 as therapy. And my therapist says this has actually been very healthy for me. So, hey, thank you, y'all, for supporting me through the trials of my life. So, playground politics is where we identify the 3 phases of adolescence: the bully, the bullied, the bullier, and the bystander. Yes, thank you, Eliza, for bringing this together. Yeah, literally, my life is split, and I just had to bring her out to realign me. So, yes, playground politics, okay? Just like we touched on it before, you have your bullier. Projects anger, fear to a similar or projected weaker version, aka the bullied, right? The bullied receives negative projected energy that will eventually, they themselves, transition into another bullier, or they're going to transition to the last B of the trio, bystander. Bystander, who fears being targeted, will either be aloof or support the bully, right? These are the 3 B's of life. And I personally feel that the era of recess is where we learned how we became and how we are positioned in life as one of the 3 B's. Now, we're not going to go too deep into it. Again, the bully starts as a victim, right? Children project. Are you going to be the type of kid who just sits there and projects all your angry out to the smaller, weaker kids and you just feel the pain? Are you going to be the bullied who keeps their head down and never sticks up for themselves, right? Or do you just say the bystander who never protects others and is aloof and just doesn't want to be a victim themselves, okay? These are the personalities and the phases of life that we go through. And it starts from way in recess to the playpen, all the way to the nursing home, okay? Are you going to be a bully your whole life? Are you going to be the bullied? Or are you just going to be a bystander through life? And honestly, I feel like most of us adults are bystanders throughout our lives. We're either oppressed or we're the oppressor, or we just want to be aloof. I think all millennials, we've been going through it since we can remember. It's been a lot of change. It's been a lot of new things. We've been going through it. So I feel like millennials are the bystanders of life. Like, we're just like, listen, we don't want we just want a house with a good mortgage. We want to have our kids. We want to find our partners. Like, we going through it. And nonetheless, it's a vicious cycle of the weak preying on the weaker. And we fail to realize that we ourselves are our biggest bullies. It's no longer us being on the playground and we have someone who we can personally tie to who's bullying us. It's us. It's the words, it's our actions, it's our expectations that we have of ourselves that we're bounding ourselves to this unrealistic version, you know? So it follows you at home, school, work. Even now in the virtual world, you have people who are bullying and blah, blah, blah. What was I going here? Oh, man, I'm going to have to edit. I'm going to have to chop and screw this whole episode, child, because woof. It's because all the feels and all the energies are here, and I'm just like, Val, stay focused. My inner child is so excited to share all the growing she's done. And then my higher self is like, all right, but slow it down for the people to, break it down so everybody can understand. So now Throughout my journey of self love and acceptance, I realized how I can combat the ideology of being my own bully was just love and accepting myself for who I am and who I want to be. And that just means honoring what I want to do. Like Val, you love to brighten your hair to that 613, honey. Do the 613. Who's stopping you? You are your own woman. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Val, you love to put on skits and you love to do different voices and different personalities. Does that mean you're off centered? Perhaps a little bit. But Val, you're very funny. Like, I love funny shit. Val, like, I love anime. I love cartoons. I'm sorry. I'm not watching Love Island or Love is Blind, whatever bullshit's on TV. It's just not my thing. It's not my je ne sais quoi. I'm watching anime. I'm a nerd. Okay. And I was just been comparing myself to who I should be in my mother's eyes, in society's eyes, in the 18-year-old version's eyes, like all of these things. I'm just like sitting here holding myself back mentally, and I'm just not being present in reality. And comparison is the biggest thief of joy. At 18, I thought I was going to be married, skinny, with my kids, but like all these things I thought I was going to for sure have. And I'm about to be 35 in the upcoming year, and I have none of these things. And it's just like, all right, we're going to have to pivot. We're going to have to circle back. And I can't tell you that I am not happy. When I take away all the self-hating, self-loathing bullshit out of my psyche and I just look at my reality and I exist in it, I'm just like, I'm in a happy place. I can truly say I am in a happy place. Is it happy all the time? Hell no. But for the most part, it's happy. I'm content. And I'm in a space where I feel comfortable to surpass my levels and extend myself to the next version of myself for more happiness. And I don't know what that entails, but it's allowing myself to feel that and to move through it. Now, I'm going to take you guys into my psyche. I always have to insert y'all into my third eye so you can really see and understand what I'm talking about. Now, if you're driving, if you're doing something where you're moving around, I'm inviting you guys all now to stop right here and to pause, because what I want you guys to do is kind of follow me on a metaphorical, psychic, coyote, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, like a vision quest with me. We are entering a virtual vision quest via Passenger Seat Parlay. All right, check it out. If y'all mess with it, y'all mess with it. Welcome to Spiritual Sundays, where we go on virtual. What is that called? You know what I'm thinking of? The shaman thing, where the shaman takes them on like this vision journey. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right, y'all. This episode is full on ADHD. We're breaking the third wall, fourth wall. I'm talking to the producer. Shout out to Brooklyn Podcast Studio for helping me out this season. Love this studio, Josh. What it do? I'm super excited to come back. So like I said, y'all, I'm rambling. If you are doing something and you cannot find a place to sit down or focus or just be quiet and just really just tap into the episode, do us a favor and pause. Or if you're just going to be like, whatever, I'm just going to listen, or y'all just have this play in the background to help a sister out with some views. Either way, I appreciate y'all. So we're going to go on. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. All right, guys, we are going to go on our little coyote walk, and I need you to be in a calm, centered area of your house, or if you're doing some parking lot therapy, because this is what Passenger Seat Parlay is. It's basically parking lot therapy. Cut off the car, put down the volume, put it up, close the windows, whatever, lean your chair back, take a deep breath. That breath was struggling, but y'all heard me. All right, she in the gym. Just take a deep breath, relax, and really just tap in. So some of the practices that I used in my meditations to kind of help me stop being the bullier of my mind was to imagine my 18-year-old self. She would be wearing a gray hoodie. She had her thick rimmed glasses. My hair was in that little poofy pigtail because, I didn't know how to brush down them edges like that yet. And with her full cheeks and her bright smile. Acne here and there, but she had a gray hoodie and it says expectations on the front. And we sit at a table across from each other. Now, my hoodie says reality, and it looks like who I am today. So I want you guys to walk your avatar to a table, and your avatar is you. Sit down. Yeah, we're playing mental Sims. And I want you to look across the table and see the 18-year-old version of yourself. Now, in my spirit walk, I chose 18 because that's the age that reflects for me. Your age may be younger, it may be a little bit older, and it may not even look like your younger self. But just imagine a younger version of yourself, whatever age it may be, with a hoodie that says expectations. Now, reflect, you are yourself, you're sitting down. Maybe you're not at a table. Maybe you are sitting on the floor. Maybe you are in a car. Wherever you are facing your younger self. So at the table with my 18-year-old self, she slides me a list of her expectations, and I slide her a list of my reality. So in this conversation that I have with myself, we're going over the different expectations that we had. 18-year-old self is like, yeah, we're going to get married to like the perfect guy at 21. We're going to find him and we're really going to fall in love and have the best wedding of our lives. And yeah, then we'll have 2 kids. So reality tells 18-year-old virgin like, yeah, okay, so at 21, we had our 21st birthday at Applebee's. We definitely never had a full boyfriend by then. We were dealing with guys trying to hide us because they weren't comfortable with showing the world that they liked girls who were bigger. Yeah, no, we weren't falling in love. And my younger self is just like, what? Really? I thought we were skinny by then. And then reality is just like, hey, so yeah, we try to lose weight pretty much all of our 20s. Unsuccessfully and successfully. We learned tools. We learned that we love working out. We ended up having weight loss surgery, which we did lose 90 pounds, which is kind of on the low spectrum of that kind of surgery. And the whole time where you were quote unquote skinny, you thought you were fat. So you never really quite lived in the moment to enjoy it. And then my younger self is just like, what the fuck? Like, you know? So this is just kind of an example of the banter, the inner banter that I have with my younger self. We laugh, we cry, we really harp on what we should have did better, what we didn't do. And it's just kind of like we're figuring it out, right? And this is just a mental play. Okay, so basically we would compare our notes and reflect, laugh, or even cry about the journey from expectation to reality, right? And as we would go down, get down. What I'm like, all these accents are coming out. What the hell? Oh my God, Val. I swear, all my different personalities, like, get down. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, I'm channeling some weird energy in here. Where's the Palo Santo? Like, damn. All right, guys, let me get back. I just feel like I should have saged because I'm like, there's a lot of energy here. And also, it's Sunday, which is when I'm the most spiritual and like I get the most downloads and I just feel I'm most in tune with the earth on Sundays. So I tend to not like to be around people or do things. I like to be by myself. But yeah, there's a lot of freaking energy in this thing. All right. I'm going to go back to what I was doing, Arnold Schwarzenegger, because I don't know where you came from. Okay. Oh, yes. Thank you. With the Palo Santo. Yes. I'm telling you, Brooklyn Podcast Studio, they be looking out for you physically, mentally, and spiritually. Y'all go ahead. Book your studio time. Thank you. Okay. I feel aligned. Okay. We compare notes today. Okay. Reverse. So as we go down line to line, my youngest expectations begins to age. And what I mean is like, as we're going through comparing our expectations to the reality that we experience, I notice that my younger self is aging with the wisdom that I'm sharing with her through my reality. So she's aging and we're laughing and we're crying and we're getting mad and she's getting older. And I noticed that her hoodie that was oversized is now way too tight. It looks like she's wearing like a baby R Us crop top hoodie. Like it's tight. And I realized that I've outgrown the expectations of my youth. And that's something that I had to realize and see it like metaphorically, if that makes sense. I'm a kinetic learner, so I learn the best when I can touch, feel, and do it. So for me, and I'm also a visual learner, I have to visualize a version that I can see and kind of like touch and kind of familiarize myself with the concept. I have outgrown the expectations of my youth. Why am I trying to stay in this youth hoodie when the reality is I've expanded past the barrier of what she knew or what she knew about the world, you know? And this is something that we all go through in life. It's the one thing we all have in common, life and death, you know? So looking at myself wearing that tight, constricting shirt, it was just a metaphor for me to live in the moment. And I needed to stay and persist and rejoice in today and not my yesterday. And truly pray for my tomorrow. Tomorrows are not promised, and we don't know how many we have left. We have to live in the moment. I have to stay present. And, I would always make excuses or explanations for, I have ADHD, I have a Pisces moon, I'm very dreamy, yada, yada. Either way, it's like, I'm also a very nostalgic person. I love nostalgia. If we're talking our in and out console, you see how they used to kick nostalgia in the closet in the movie? No, ma'am. My nostalgia, she's sitting right there at the front. She'll be like, damn, y'all remember when we had, I'm like, yes. And me enjoying nostalgia, we kiki it up. We friends. All right, back to the story. But yeah, live in the moment. We never know how many moments we have left in life. That's something that I've learned in my early 30s because now we get into the halfway mark. And it's just to release myself from the mental torment of not meeting my expectations of my youth, my family, and society. A lot of these things have been conditioned in us to just, we have to succeed. We have to have a certain look to succeed or have a certain amount of money or have a certain type of lifestyle. We need to follow the whisper that sings in our soul, whatever that is. The song of life that you can't get out of your head. What are you meant to do? I just know I'm meant to talk to people. I'm starting here with a podcast. Soon I will transition to stages. Soon it'll just be my friends. It'll be strangers. It'll be crowds. It'll be hundreds, thousands, maybe millions. Child, but that's a lot of energy. I don't know about that, Lord. I don't know if I want millions per se. But you have to follow the song that you can't get out of your head, the song of your soul, the whisper that sings. We all have a purpose, whether it be big or small, creative or just standard. We can't be afraid to push past our limits and see what's waiting for us on the other side of success. We just can't. And these playground politics that we've learned from childhood, they teach us that it's a good reflection to see how you're going to show up in life. In my playground politics era, I was more so the bullied, never the bullier. I would either be a bullied or a bystander type of energy. And it showed me, I brought that energy with me into my late teens. I brought that energy with me to my early 20s. And it followed me here into my 30s. And to an extent, I feel like I'll always have that energy about me. That's how my sensitivity works with me. It's how my spirits align. But we don't have to stay in that mindset or that version. This is why we have tools in life to help us learn how to progress. Like, are you going to be the type of person who keeps their head down your whole life, afraid to advocate for yourself or others? Like, no, that's not going to be me. Because at the end of the day, life shows you that you can choose. You could choose to stand in fear or leap in faith. And baby, I'm a leaper. I'm a singer. I'm a dancer. She's a ballerette. She's everything. She's ballerina, okay? And that is just something that I can't allow earthly things, may that be people or thoughts or energy or social media, keep you down. And that's just how I'm sharing it with y'all. You have people who are natural bulliers who they go through their own stuff and they just project onto the world, whether it be in person, at work, or online. Do you really want to be that version of yourself your entire life? Learn how to switch, interchange between the different ones, Or you could just be someone who just never leaves the constructs of their mind or steps out of line. When I see creatives being creative, it just lights a different light in my soul. It doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing. Art is art. And I appreciate that. It takes a serious and a special type of soul to put themselves out there for the world to be subjective to, you know? It's not easy. It's not for the weak. So it's like, are you going to be someone who keeps your head down your whole life? Or are you going to be a person of good valor and make the breath of life mean something? And what I mean by that is God gives us a breath of life every day. The first thing I do upon awaking is thanking God for my breath of life because he didn't have to give it to me. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us lost a lot of people, and be grateful for who we have in our life and who's still here. Be present in the moment. And I just want everyone to just take a chance on themselves, you know? Do that weird shit that you think is weird, or you think that everyone else is going to think is weird, or you think that no one's going to, you know, like it or buy it, or wear the outfit on the internet that you want to show people. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just thinking about me. Like, I want to cosplay. And I let 2-3 years of Halloweens go by to cosplay. And then I had to tell myself, like, Val, why do you feel like you have to cosplay only on Halloween? Like, no, which Halloween is nationally like World Cosplay Day, but that's another novela. But, you know, it's like you don't have to wait for people to give you permission to be who you are. God gave you permission to be who you are when he woke you up that morning, okay? Now I'm going to leave y'all with this. Just let it marinate. Let it sink into your psyche. And I kind of took y'all on a spiritual walk and then kind of left y'all there. And I just realized that I did that. So I'm going to go ahead and back this up and go back to Namaste, Val, to wrap up the story. So, you know, season 2, we're going to clean it up a little bit with the solo podcast. But y'all see what I'm trying to do. We're going to have a new vibe. Welcome to Spiritual Sundays. This is the last Sunday of 2024. And I'm just leaving you guys here with a new segment to look forward to in season 2. And just like anything, you know, you got to practice. You got to brush up things. I'm not going to be a harpy about the construct of this episode. This is just me being me and having fun. And I just want to say thank you to all of the people who have supported me, reposted, come on the podcast. I appreciate every single one of you guys. You didn't have to say yes. You didn't have to email me back. You didn't have to do anything. You just strictly just showed up, and I'm here for it, and I appreciate you. And there's a lot of people that I didn't get to record with yet for season 1, but I'm so excited and so ramped up for season 2, y'all. It's a new ingredients, I don't even know the Papa John's. It's better. It's going to be better. Y'all know what I'm saying. It's new ingredients, new vibes, new segments, old segments, more novelas, childhood trauma. Here we go. We're getting into teenage trauma and adolescent trauma. I don't know. But don't nobody bless this mic like me, Valerie with a V. So I want to thank you guys so much for following me, tapping in. I appreciate you guys. Please catch up on the old episodes. I will be shooting different content. I'm just taking a break from the mic because I just need a mental break. You know, I just gotta change out the energies. And honestly, I'm just focusing my energy on different things. So, and that's what we do in life. We pivot, we refocus the energy, redirect the energy, realign our practices. And yeah, I'm super excited for season 2. Look out for season 2. We'll have little snippets here and there, but it will officially be coming back spring of 2025. Y'all go ahead and close out this 2024. This was an 8-year. This is a great year to manifest happiness. If you haven't made any goals yet, don't let the internet bully you out of making your New Year goals, okay? You are allowed to reinvent yourself every day. And that is something that New York taught. I swear, do I have Tourette's or what? And that, I need to get out of this office. Do you see how I'm tweaking? I'm tweaking. What was I saying, Walter? I can't remember. What was I saying? I lost me on the stutter too, y'all. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. We're going to close this thing out. Passenger Seat Parlay is a podcast. It's parking lot therapy, okay? Hop in the car with your best friend, Val, and we're just going to ride out and talk about our feelings. Or we're going to ride out, share a spliff, rap to some instrumentals, and literally end up talking about our feelings. Either way, we're talking about our feelings, and we're just working through life with a friend on the side, okay? Passenger Seat Parlay. I am your host, Valkyrie Rain. Thank you so much, and we'll see you for season 2.